I'm gonna tell you to subscribe, share the video, comment and like. Stick around here and soon you'll see that my content's 3 out of 3. I've been working night and day, so please don't click away. Mario games I like to play and talk about them all day. It's the annoying self-promotion segment. And updates.
Citations gaming enthusiasts, self-promotion George here. As you may have noticed, we've been experimenting a little bit on this channel with YouTube Shorts, uploading short funny clips from our existing videos. And while one of those videos got 700 views within 1 hour, in fact shortly after we uploaded the first one guy even unsubscribed.
Hi there, my name is One Guy, and I hate YouTube Shorts. I am personally heartbroken that my favorite YouTuber, George Mario Nerd, who is normally very cool and funny, would stoop so low to create something so lazy and so low quality as YouTube Shorts. That was pretty cringe of him. Also, don't worry about this Goomba on my face. It's just a fashion choice. I'm not secretly George.
Because we don't want to spam our existing very attractive subscriber base with low effort content, we've decided to post these daily shorts to our second channel instead.
Citations, I'm Lazy George. I run the second channel, Mario Luigi, and they're finally making me pull my weight around here. In addition to the daily shorts, blimey, that's so much. In addition to the daily shorts, I've also got some excellent exclusive Let's Play content and also some voice acting stuff coming up soon, so you're not going to want to miss out on that.
So be sure to subscribe to both this channel and Mario Luigi for tons of fantastic exclusive content on each. And with that, now back to your regularly scheduled Mario RPG podcast.
I mean, what do you mean? Don't you agree with that tier listing, Shroob?
Absolutely not. I agree with none of it.
Well, this is why
nothing I agree with.
This is why you only have 3,000 subscribers instead of like 10,000 because of opinions like that.
Yes, these opinions are going to get me more subscribers, Shroob.
Actually,
Put it back down.
Well, here's the thing, George. You're not wrong. Because the more controversial an opinion, the more attention you gain. Henceforth, the more attraction to subscribers you get.
But I'm back. I hate that tier list.
We now
with my soul.
We now have a... Oh, wait, do you want me to... Hold on. I got this. Let me just start. You're going up here. You're going up here.
No,
You're gonna go up here. Oh, you're definitely
no.
You're right here. Let's go.
I can't wait to actually see this because I cannot see what's going on now.
Yeah, remember, George doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Putting on.
All right. What else do I want to put on?
Put him back down.
No,
I hate
this is my tier list. What are you talking about? You didn't enjoy the Papercraft battles? Here we go. Wait. There we go. Much better. Hey, who's in Tasma? Get her an F. Get him an F.
I hate this so much.
Get an F. F for you.
This is the worst.
This was your idea, Shroob. I just want to point that out.
This is the worst.
This is your
How dare
idea.
you.
This was your idea. We've been recording, by the way.
We've been
Excellent.
recording the entire time.
Everybody can see my glorious, extremely correct tier list then. That's
Your
great.
absolute purgatory, Shroob, is our entertainment.
Okay, George, do an intro, please, before I start suffering.
He's already suffering.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie, let's do an intro. Citations, game enthusiasts. Welcome to Flatmates. It's been some time. We had some issues that went on. Unfortunately, Benson had an accident at work, I believe.
Concussion, baby.
Yeah,
I'm better now, at least. It was mild. Literally, worst thing in my life. I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't recommend it.
Okay. No. It's not fun. But we are now back at Flatmates, and so Shroob seems to hate me, so he's gotten this really awkward, weird idea for our next video, where we're going to rank all of the bosses from the Mario and Luigi games. And how many bosses were there again, Shroob?
135.
Just 135. This
nothing
won't
big.
take long.
Nothing bad.
This won't be a nightmare to edit. This is gonna be fine. Look, I've even made a start. Look, we've got Shrowser and the Force Lost Shroob battle in S tier, and Dark Bowser. He just sucks so much. So I put him in Trainy Giant Bowser tier.
Well,
this is not how I'm gonna have it.
No,
Okay,
this is
I've
definitely how he's gonna have
had
it.
enough. I've had enough of torturing Shroob for now. Let's move them off of the tier list, shall we?
I don't
there
know.
we go.
I kind of like
There
that
we
tier
go.
list, all things considered.
Yeah, we're wondering. We probably won't be listing all of these guys. We probably won't remember all of them, like the X bosses.
So
I barely ever played those, so I don't really have much of any recollection about them. So,
what Shroob?
You
You're the
wanna
one.
start with...
It's your.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's your
with it?
idea, Shroob. So if you want to tell us which ones to rank, Shroob, and we just go from there, we can do that.
I think just to make it very easy, let's start with different categories I can just randomly think of. So
Okay.
let's start with giant battles from Bowser's Inside Story. Just to start, they're kind of specific. So the first one we have is, I think, Bowser's Castle.
Is it Bowser's Castle? Where is Bowser's
Alright,
Castle on this
sure.
list?
It's
hard
somewhere.
to see everything.
Yeah, I hate
Where
I
this.
found it.
Wait.
You found it.
Oh no. Well, here. This is what I get for working midnight and then coming in at 7 a.m. 2 days in a row. I hate this.
Where is it?
Oh, castle. My castle. Where the heck are you, castle? Oh, I found you.
Wherefore art thou?
Got you. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
I
put
don't
mine.
see it. Oh, I found it.
Okay, well, I put mine in already.
I'm debating where to put mine. Because I want to mention too, we don't have an F tier, not an F tier, D tier.
We've
Yes.
got S, A, B, and C. We figured that there were too many tiers here already, so we got rid of a few of them.
I was gonna say I probably would have kept D just because C for me is like an average, and then D's a little below average, and then F is like, wow, this is horrible. But like,
I mean, we can change the rules mid-video if you want.
nah, let's keep it this
Fine,
way. I
fine.
want to see how purgatory it can get. There we go.
Okay. Well, I already placed Bowser's Castle already.
I placed mine.
I already did it. You did
How
it?
was Bowser's Castle? Like, I figure, like, this is like a tutorial boss, right? So
It's the first giant battle of, like, ever.
So
You-
it's
kind of
like-
it
you're
is, yeah.
you're learning what you're doing. So, like, when we're ranking the tutorial bosses, we got to think, how effective is it as a tutorial? Does it like drag on? And I feel like this is a pretty fun one. Oh, I'm being shown an ad on my screen. Go away, ad.
Oh, come on. Oh no, what ad?
wait,
Oh, it's for Pokemon,
how
is
do
it?
Bad.
Oh no, Mario Golf.
It's Mario Golf. I got back.
Welcome back.
And
Okay.
also, you should know I am doing this from my tablet because my laptop microphone doesn't work for some reason. So I cannot see their screens. I'm just looking at myself, so I've no idea what their rankings.
We
for
love when
anything
things
is.
don't work.
So I think this is as a tutorial, it's pretty decent. But like tutorials aren't super duper fun, but it's a fun one, I suppose. I'm just now thinking we don't have enough tiers. I was the one who decided let's do away with D and F, but
Not F,
D and
E.
E.
D and E.
E can get out of there.
Well,
doesn't
well,
need
why does
E,
exactly?
no,
Why
I don't.
does E need to exist? Like,
I'm gonna put it in B. That's a really
Okay.
all right.
boring opinion, but whatever.
I think Benson and I
Um,
put it at C tier, which
Did we?
that kind of makes sense.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
know I
with-
did.
Yeah, well, I would have put it in D tier if we had it because it's a tutorial boss for me. It's alright. It doesn't do the job well. Compared to other tutorial bosses in this series, it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Yeah.
And it's a prototype of like what will become the giant battles later on. So I'm gonna give it a little slack.
I'm not, because I just don't like the fight. C tier, because there's no D tier, that's like fights I don't like, and then F tier is fights that I hate.
Yeah.
Just because giant battles nowadays, I just don't like anymore.
I wonder
I
why.
just don't. any. Yeah, exactly. But I don't like any giant battles or papercraft battles anymore, just because I'd rather be fighting a normal fight instead of them.
Should we just get the papercraft battles out of the way before we continue? Because I feel like we're all in a pretty unanimous decision.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's
get them out of the way.
Of the papercraft battles.
All right.
Every single one of
Get
them.
out.
There's only one that I'm not putting in F tier.
I don't like any of them, so they're all going in F tier.
I put Papercraft Bowser Jr. in C tier.
Really?
Just because it's not as bad compared
fair.
to the other one, in my opinion. Just because it's a little bit more unique,
Yeah, that's fair.
but it's not that interesting.
For me, at least, because what is it? This was like one of the later ones in Paper Jam, right?
It was like it's the mid one.
It's the mid one. Like
Yeah.
literally for me, at least in my opinion, I already was kind of numb and just didn't care for these battles. So when they tried to switch it up just a little bit, I was like, yeah, you're too late to the party, bub. So they're all in F tier for me for that. So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, that was an easy one.
I enjoyed them. I think I enjoyed them quite a bit. Kamek was annoying. I didn't like Kamek, so I've put him a bit lower in C tier.
I think you forgot Bowser Jr.
Bowser one I remember being pretty fun. I think King Boo. King Boo was the one with the Papercraft Yoshi in it, right?
I hate that one.
That was a bad one. Actually, wait, are we gonna do like I'm gonna move the Boo? It was the Boo one, right? That had Yoshi were saying. That's going.
I'm not ranking
Yeah.
between tier. It's gonna be too difficult.
I'm gonna do it. That's the one I'm just
Okay.
gonna rank the worst. Forget that one.
I ranked that one higher.
Papercraft Bowser Jr. is all the way to the left, almost to the top.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
See, I'm so helpful, guys.
This is your idea, and you're being so helpful. You know.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, what else would you expect? Meanwhile, I'm just gonna try not to make ASMR and just take a swig of my soup real quick. I'm like slowly scraping the soup up. I'm not trying to give this audience ASMR.
I'm a really bad opinion haver, so this is like the worst video for me.
It's okay,
Yes.
George. It's okay, George. I'm
I'm
just
very-
tired as all hell, so I really can't defend any of this when we get to it later on. But honestly,
very
these are,
very slow.
at least for me, these are easy opinions because Papercraft, even though I may be tired as all hell from working midnight and then coming back at 7 a.m., I literally can look at these and be like, I don't have to defend these anyway. They're bad.
I don't remember how much I liked/disliked them.
That's probably not a good thing
That does not bode well for it. Actually,
No, I
Shroob,
didn't.
I just noticed your screen and how you're putting the giant battles up. I'm probably gonna do the same, make my life easier.
Yeah. Just waiting for George, you know.
You know, can we get some
Well,
Jeopardy music, please?
no.
Wait,
You
my
gotta
screen
play-
isn't moving or letting me interact with it now.
Oh, you froze too.
Well-
You froze.
The page has become unresponsive.
Yep.
Oh, wait. No, it's fine again. Okay.
Stop lying, tablet.
Well, it looks like you have because you're moving Papercraft Bowser a decent amount.
Oh, it crashed.
Which-
Try that again.
Which I hate that fight a lot because it's so stinking
Oh,
long.
Wait, which fight did you say?
The Papercraft Bowser fight.
Yeah. No, that was annoying. That one was very annoying, honestly.
I'm probably going to have quite a lot in Don't Know/Don't Remember because a lot of these games have been a long time since I played them.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
a lot of these bosses may be the same for me, or like I remember enough to be like it's decent. Like, because some of these I'm looking at and I feel like I had a fever dream with these. I don't remember them at first.
To be perfectly honest with you, I have played Superstar Saga once. I do not remember what any of the Koopaling fights were like, or whether I liked any of them.
That's fair.
I agree. Even though we're just like trying to talk about the giant battles and Papercraft battles, I'm also doing exactly what George is.
Don't
and just
remember.
putting every single Koopaling fight and don't know and don't remember.
I genuinely do not remember either, so don't even feel bad. And Superstar Saga is one of like the first that I enjoyed a lot, so do not feel bad because I'm in the same boat. Honestly, I'm in the same boat.
Exactly. We all did it.
I played that game once.
Woo! Teamwork.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We actually agree on an opinion so far.
This
That's
is
a good start.
This is color me shock, actually. If I'm gonna be honest.
I liked the Mega Crinkle Papercraft Goomba because it was simple and decently fun.
That's fair.
That is pretty
And-
fair.
For anyone that also doesn't like the Papercraft battles, That is a very simple one.
Mm.
There's not really much effort into it,
Nope.
so you can get it over with.
Exactly.
So that's
But
also
that's
an opinion.
fine. It can be easy, but also likable. That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I guess
Like,
back
if-
into the. Oh, my bad, George.
If you don't like the Papercraft battles in general, then it being easy is probably something that would put it higher on the list.
Exactly.
Right.
But now it's time for let's go. You know what? Let's just all rank Tower of Yick, Fawful Express,
Okay.
and the Super Peach's Castle of Fury. There you go.
Yick, I don't like Yick.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's alright. Fawful's Express was really fun, though. And I don't care what anyone says, but, like, using the mic is so much fun.
Yeah, I like the mic. Mike's fun. But the Tower of Yick was painfully slow. I mean, it doesn't
Yes.
have, like, the remake versions here, but in the remake especially, the Tower of Yick is even more painfully slow.
It is.
Oh my god.
There's all these rendered cutscenes that you got to sit through for minutes at a time and watch him get up and do things and whatnot. It's so boring.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's painful.
Very, very painful.
So painful.
Alright, I did my
So
giant
you-
battles.
I put Fawful Express, Super Peach's Castle of Fury in B tier, and then Tower of Yick in C tier.
I agreed with the C tier. I put Super Peach's Castle Fury in B tier.
Yep,
And I put Fawful's Express in A tier.
that's fair, but again, I also have that bias against giant battles, which you will 100% see in
Oh
Dream
no!
Team.
Oh no! Of course, I don't doubt it. I'm already looking at one specific giant battle, and I know it's immediately going in F tier.
It's Earthquake.
Oh boy!
I remember liking the Peach's Castle fight quite a lot, and Fawful Express is also pretty fun too.
It's very fun.
Yeah,
very,
I think we universally like those in order, which is interesting.
Yeah, they're varied and fun to play. I like them a lot.
It's Fawful too, of course. You know it's gonna be a wacky time, and again, using the mic, I don't care what anyone says, it's the most fun thing in the world. Like, it's so...
I
So
don't
what
know.
if you get short of breath? It's fun.
You know what? Just take a puff in your inhaler, you'll be good.
Yep.
Walk it off, Chief.
Okay.
People with asthma must hate it.
I have asthma. I have asthma, but I love it.
Ah, well, I
Okay.
got it. There we go.
Literally, I'll just. In fact, and the thing is too, my asthma acts up especially when I'm sick. So I've never played this game when I'm sick, but I kind of want to now, just to see how.
Yeah,
it
next
goes.
time you're sick, make sure you play this game.
I will record it, and next time in a future episode, out of nowhere, we're just gonna bring the clip of me playing it up just for context.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah, stream it to your Twitch so
Oh
we
my
can
God,
have clips of it.
That's gonna be a point redemption now. Thank you, Shroob, for the use mic reward.
Oh, no.
How about that? Instead of the how about instead of the close my stream, I give you that point redemption, Shroob.
No, I'm good.
You jerk.
Yeah, Shroob
Yeah.
is plotting to put an end to Benson's Let's Play of a Pokemon game.
Because yeah, on Twitch I have a point redemption that I got from a buddy that does it. Where basically, if you get a certain amount of points, I not only shut the stream down for like the day, but I also have to restart the entire game save file. It adds a little spice and encourages people to save points and also use them if they want to. So he's plotting to ruin Pokemon XD for me, and I don't approve of that.
I do, though.
Mm,
It's okay. I got a mod right on you, Shroob. Don't worry. You act like Lena won't.
I think
Lena's on
that
top.
I think that Shroob might be the villain of your story, Benson.
He might be. For once, I have a villain, a clear-cut villain, and it's Shroob.
Oh. Whoops.
Oops, I'm the villain.
Oops.
Oh. Alright.
Speaking of villains, though, Giant Battles. You know what? Let's save Zkeeper and Giant Bowser.
Are we gonna save them? Are we? Ooh.
Let's do Earthquake, Mount Pajamaja, and Robo Drill Digger first. If you're wondering, I put Mount Pajamaja in F tier. I think the fight is extremely boring.
Yeah.
Robo Drill Digger is also in C tier, and so is Earthquake.
I have all three of them in C tier, honestly. But like I have
Fair.
Earthquake and like ahead of them, and Mount Pajumaju's the middle of the three, and then Robo Digger's like the last one, honestly.
Yeah,
Like
I
honestly,
think it's kind of like the what's. Oh, my bad.
No, you're
I'm
good,
gonna continue saying it.
you good, buddy.
It's basically Robo Drill Digger is kind of like Mega Sparkle Goomba, not Mega Sparkle. That's from Sticker Star. Mega Crinkle Goomba and Paper Jam, because it's just a very easy fight. But it's also long for a tutorial.
Yeah, and that's why I put Robo Digger at the bottom of C, because if we had a D tier, it'd probably be D tier for me. And maybe maybe Mount Pajumaju would be too, if I'm gonna be honest, because those fights are not really that fun, but I wouldn't say they're exactly the worst. They're just boring and tedious, but again, they're not like systematically bad, all things considered.
I think George already ranked Giant Bowser, but what about your rankings, George?
I think that Robo Drill Digger and Mount Pajamaja are very cool. I like the big robot and I like the big volcano, and that's cool to fight. So I like.
You know,
What about Earthquake?
yeah, go ahead. What about Earthquake?
They're pretty fun. Earthquake. He's really easy. I found him. This is really hard to remember exactly how I feel about all these bosses.
I love this entirely because me and Shroob are just like we're doing having these big conversations about, oh, well, this is why we like this fight, this is why we don't like this fight, and George is like, I like this one because it's cool.
I'm so out of my element. I don't know what I'm saying. I really like Robo Drill Digger. From the story, I like how we're chasing the Dreamstone spirit throughout the dream world, and then he gets real pissed at us and gets this huge, enormous drill mech that we've then got to fight. I like the animations and stuff and all that he does. It's pretty easy. I think I remember the arena version of him being rather fun, but still fairly easy. You don't see him here. Do they have the X? Do they have the X giant fights here?
They don't need to be there.
No.
Oh, well, they got the normal
They don't need
X
to be there.
fight. They've got the normal X fight. What the heck?
Yeah, it can be ignored. It's fine.
They don't need to exist.
Speaking of fights that don't need to exist, how about Zkeeper and Giant Bowser?
Goodbye, Zkeeper. No, not
I
Z-tier.
hate the Zkeeper. The Zkeeper is going straight into Dreamy Giant Bowser tier.
It doesn't make sense at all. But we won't question it.
Alright. See, this is where I'm debating with the Dreamy Giant Bowser. You both have it in F tier, I assume, correct?
Yep.
Well, essentially, yes. I renamed F tier, but
I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of C and say it's a very, very low D tier, almost bordering F.
yeah, we did already discuss the giant battles in a different Flatmates episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
We generally don't like Giant Dreamy Bowser or Zkeeper. They go on for very long, and if you make a mistake and then you die, you've got to watch it all again.
I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
Bowser was not as bad replaying it lately as I thought. Zkeeper's still horrible. I hate the gyro, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I hate that. But Bowser, I genuinely can say that it may be a tad overblown how bad it is, but it's still pretty bad, all things considered.
And Zkeeper has a similar problem with like the Tower of Yik, where there's lots of cutscenes where you gotta watch them start running away and stuff like that. And
It's just
slow.
so tedious.
Yeah.
But no, yeah,
Takes a very long time.
Yeah. But again, I apologize in advance to the audience because if I'm out of it, like I mentioned earlier, but also too, a lot of these in C tier, honestly, I'd probably put in D tier. So I'm gonna keep reiterating that as much as I can, honestly, just because C for me is average, and some of these are just slightly below average.
Well, do you want to go on a positive note, guys?
Yeah. What do we got?
I want to talk about the final bosses.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So, quick question: do we include Intasma on this?
Let's include Intasma.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, just to let you guys know, I'm pretty sure they do a couple, like they split phases up, which is weird.
They
for Dark Bowser.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just gonna put them together anyway. 'Cause
Right.
They're the same fight.
I would absolutely agree. They're a
Same thing
package
for
deal.
like Bowser and
Paper Jam.
Shiny Robo Bowser, Pack of the Soul. There's that, and then Elder Princess Shroob, of course.
Oh, absolutely, Elder Princess. Oh, they split up the different phases of Elder Princess Shroob too.
I think that's the only one that's actually reasonable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, do we also consider Shrouzer?
Do we want to
Yeah.
consider Shroozer? Okay.
He is the
think we
last
have
boss of the
to.
game, so yeah.
We have to eventually find.
Boom.
Just let the viewers know I'm not ordering inside the tiers. I'm personally not.
I'm gonna do it as much as I
I'm
can.
not either.
I'm gonna do it as where I see fit, such as Princess Shroob and Elder Princess Shroob, because those are so close to beating my top S tier. That are probably gonna be definite top S tiers, honestly. Like, I don't think anything's gonna surpass him.
Well, George, I think George is almost done.
Yeah, I think I've done with them. I really like Dark Bowser and second phase of Elder Princess Shroob. They both felt significantly dire. You really felt like the world is gonna end if you lose these fights. Feels very dour, so I really like how they set the stage. Maybe I should put Elder Princess Shroob a bit lower because I think I do like Dark Bowser more. Because like the way with the Dark Bowser fight, it's two powerhouses fighting each other for the fate of the world, and it just feels so epic and climactic to the game.
Yeah.
Also, the battle itself is also pretty fun. Yeah, moving Elder Princess Shroob down. Both of her phases can go into A. Dreamy Bowser, I remember being very frustrating. I'm not a big fan of all the different segments that you've got to destroy, but pretty annoying. I've played through Superstar Saga once, and it was ages ago, and I don't really remember it that well. So I've actually put the two, I put Bowletta and Cackleta's Soul in don't
I
remember,
almost
because
forgot
I don't
Bowletta.
remember.
How the hell did I almost forget Bowletta? Oh my god.
I don't.
I am so that show. Literally, I've gotten 5 hours of sleep combined these last 2 days. That shows. Okay, Bowletta's an A. Bowletta's an A. There we go. I fixed it.
Are you sure you didn't forget her, Benson?
No, not at all. I swear this time. I there it is. What did I put? Go ahead with your list, George. Thank you for reminding me inadvertently. I'm gonna just pretend that didn't happen while eating my soup.
Trouser. I quite like Trouser. I mean, it's nothing amazing. I kind of put him in the middle. I'm not going to put him in A because it's not like epic or anything. It's like it's a fun idea where you just counterattack, and that really kept me on my toes. And I really wasn't expecting it after beating Elder Princess Shroob, but I thought it was a fun little extra boss at the end of the game that I wasn't expecting. That I enjoyed quite a bit.
I am the complete opposite. I thought Trouser was so unnecessary.
I'm in the exact same boat as Benson.
I thought it was so unnecessary.
I'll defend my point later.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually have a decent amount to say about it. But
yeah, go ahead, George. Continue.
And should I really put the what's it called again? Paper Jam's last boss. What are they called again?
You separated.
Shiny Robo Bowser.
You put Shiny Robo Bowser below the Bowser duo.
Really?
I don't remember how do I like them? You know what? I'm just gonna freaking put them in. I don't remember because I don't remember if I like them. I'm not good at opinions.
Shroob, how you feeling so far?
Things.
Shroob, how am I holding up in this?
You're not doing bad.
Thank you.
The big sign is putting a lot in I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly, all that I put in I don't know was the Koopalings with you guys.
Which is fair.
Everything else I can at least look at these and remember enough and be like, oh, these are bad for a specific reason. Here's why. You know.
While George deliberates on where he puts Shiny Robo Bowser, I'll explain where I put all my final bosses.
Go ahead.
Every single final boss I have I basically put. Well, I only separated the first Elder Princess Shroob fight. I put that in A tier.
Mm-hmm.
But I put the actual, Elder Princess Shroob fight in S tier. Cackleta's Soul and Bowletta put in A tier. Too easy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, not too easy. Too boring, and it's gonna get too easy, and that's just gonna become a very boring fight. Trouser, of course, put in F tier. Very unnecessary. Doesn't have a unique theme, and it's extremely easy for it trying to feel like the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's treated like that. And that's really it. Everything else is in S tier.
I guess I'll go over some of my points then. Again, the Dream Team bosses, I really do think they're phenomenal, and they just barely beat out the Shroob fights for me. The Shroob fight, the Eldest Princess Shroob fight is easily one of my favorites. The atmosphere, the music is phenomenal. It is just like, it really, like George said earlier, it really does feel like it's setting the stakes for how dire the situation really is. It's so well made, especially the second phase. Like, honestly, you know what? They're not separated, but I'm putting the second phase above the other two. The more I think.
That's fair.
The second phase I especially love, because the first phase, it just felt like, oh, that was just a test. That was just like a test, like a little, not a test, a little sneak peek. Now here's the real test. And she's destroying, like, other Shroob ships, and, like, basically, it really shows the character, too, which is important for me in a fight, especially in this series, is the character shown in these bosses. That's why she's so high up. Dark Bowser, same thing. Situation's dire. I really loved a lot of bosses from this game. Bowser's Inside Story. Those two are phenomenal. The Paper Champ fights, I enjoyed both of them, but again, they're a bit easy for me. And Superstar Saga, it's just like, they're fun, but you can obviously tell they were the prototypes for the first bosses. And I don't even want to include Shroob like Bowser.
He's in F tier if you're wondering. Also, you finally placed Shiny Robo Bowser in B tier. How does it feel?
I'm not sure. I remember quite liking it, finding it decently challenging, but not annoyingly so. You know what? I'm going to put Dreamy Bowser down there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I remember it being okay. I don't have a great memory when it comes to all of this. When I'm doing Partners in Time and Bowser's Inside Story, I'm probably going to remember a lot better than most of the others, to be honest.
Hey, future George, how you feeling editing this right now, if I may ask? How you
I
feeling?
just cannot wait to see the message you sent.
I am so excited for this. I am
Something
so
will
ready.
definitely be on screen at this point.
I can't wait.
Oh boy.
I'm so excited. So Shroob, what's next if we aren't going to defend any other opinions?
I guess let's go into more stuff, kind of just to clear the tier list a bit.
Okay.
If there's an X boss that you don't care about, put it in don't know and don't remember, but if you care about it, put it on the tier list. That's
I've already started putting some
care
X
about
bosses in
you.
don't know / don't remember.
Yeah. There's only really one that I actually care about, and if you watched my channel, you know exactly what it is.
I'm kind of on the same boat, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, because the other ones are just like, I don't really care, if I may be honest.
I remember with the Bowser's Inside Story X bosses, I remember finding them actually really rather fun but really challenging. I know that Dream Team X bosses, they have like a turn limit and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
Did the Bowser's Inside Story ones have that?
Yep. They did.
I think
They did. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gotcha.
Also, Dry Bowser's on there.
Is
Never
he?
fought him.
Oops.
He's
Yeah.
alright. I'm gonna include him on the list. I am gonna include him on the list, honestly.
Since I've never fought him, I can't really give an opinion.
He's alright. I'm gonna put him in B. He's okay. That's
Obviously above.
that feels right. That just feels right, you know.
It's just that fight, but with more difficulty.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes it
Oh
fun.
wait, how could we
It's
forget?
fair.
How could we forget about the most important Antasma fight, the tutorial one? That needs to go in S tier.
Ah.
Get that out of there right now. You
Let's
don't even
go.
do damage. No.
Yes.
Tutorial fights next.
Well, I think I've placed all the X fights, have I?
Are there any ones that you actually want to mention?
I do remember Antasma X being pretty fun and very challenging. Is he like the only one that has some of his own unique attacks that don't appear in his normal battle? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm
Either-
90% sure.
I think it's the screen chaser, if anything. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's a good thing to have
yes.
at the end of the day.
And it's the same thing I have with any other of the final bosses I have in S. It's a fair challenge, obviously.
I don't think it's fair. I just think it's really fun.
Well, it's a fair, fun challenge for me, at least.
It's okay, fair enough.
like it's nothing too drastic. It's not like claw in your face at like 24/7, like ripping your hair out, for me at least. Like you just have to get a rhythm going, and you just have to be timely. Like very, very timely, obviously, with any battle for that matter. But with this fight, you just have to keep your hand on the button whenever you're ready for anything to happen. And as long as you stay on your toes, which is the point of what they were trying to do with these X fights, then you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Which is why it's an S tier, because it's just the final boss, but more difficult in a fair way and just fun.
I've changed my mind. I don't remember whether I like it or not. I've changed my mind.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, Dry Bowser's decent, and the other ones I didn't care about. They were just the same bosses, but harder.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Bowser. Oh no, I've missed a bunch of those from Bowser's Inside Story. I'm putting them in don't know/don't remember as well because I don't
think I got
remember
all of them.
Okay,
but
if you got all of them,
Bowser X from Bowser's Inside Story is like a completely unique boss, isn't he? He doesn't have just the same effects as normal Bowser.
Yeah, the only reason I put him in don't know and don't remember is straight up I've never fought him before.
Oh wait, I'm looking at your list. I think I'm forgetting one. There we go. I forgot the
I
second
remember enjoying Bowser X and finding him fun. I'm going to put him in B. But like a lot of these recollections are just like, I have a vague feeling of liking this boss or not liking it.
That's fair.
Okay, well, I think it's time to really clear the options now. Every single tutorial fight, let's get it off. This is technically a tutorial fight. Most of them I don't care about. This is also the mid-boss fight is a tutorial.
You're alright.
Rogi.
The best.
There's a lot of tutorial fights in Bowser's Inside
You were
Story.
decent. You weren't the best.
Okay. I only ranked one of them, and that's it.
I'm trying to rank all of these as best I can, because I don't want to just put them in don't know/don't remember. But
I did that. Don't worry.
They aren't the best. They are not. The highest I think is in B tier for me. I think I got all of them. Shroob, look at my list real quick. I got all of them, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to tell me.
Okay, fair play. I think. Hold on, I'm gonna look at yours really quick.
There's no way.
Because you put
You're missing the Entasma fight.
Am I missing the Entasma fight?
George made a great joke with it. How did you forget?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean, joke?
Funny on this show? I never.
Why did George put the younger Shroob one in S tier?
Wait, what?
Not a joke?
Why? Why did he do?
Okay, this is where I start having problems with these opinions.
I'm gonna go first just because I've only ranked one of them. The only one I ranked was the Smoldergeist fight. Is garbage.
I hate
it. It's genuine garbage because it's a tutorial. Actually, no, my bad. It's treated like a tutorial fight, even though the game treats it like a boss fight. And that's the problem with it. When you have to compare it to other boss fights,
which is the worst.
And it's very broken because you can't get rid of the fire on Smoldergeist itself. You have to wait for Starlo to come back out or dodge its attacks. Which, if you're bad at the game, you will have that happen to you. And even me being good at the game, I actually ran into that situation. I actually did, which is really stupid, but I know I couldn't attack. Every single one of them was lit.
I remember you talking about that.
It's stupid.
Oh no, what is it? Smoldergeist is like I ranked a couple of these. Go ahead.
I'm putting Broggy in the low tier because animal abuse is not cool.
Look at George being wholesome on this channel. But yeah, what is it? I've only ranked, I think I have 5 tutorial bosses on this. Smoldergeist, obviously F. You've said it before really well. It's so dumb, and like if there was any other way without doing anything stupid to take care of this boss, I'd probably put it in C, but it's just dumb, and I hate it. The rest of them all are lower C, probably high D tier. Again, like, they're tutorial fights. They're harmless. They're alright, all things considered. Highest one I have is in B tier here. It was genuinely a pretty decent fight.
That's mid-bis, right?
Yeah, that's mid-bis.
I think that's the wrong mid-bis fight.
Is it really? Are you kidding me?
I think so. Look at the floor.
Oh yeah,
the
floor. You're right.
Bowser's Inside Story does have a lot of tutorial fights.
No idea why.
Oh yeah, and I just remembering. Yeah, so there's Bowser, there's Midbus, there's Brock Monsieur, there's Broggy.
The Bowser fight, I think.
There's a Bowser.
There's Broggy. There's the Sea Pipe statue is a tutorial fight. I'm pretty sure.
Sea Pipe's like the first boss. I want to count it.
Where's
Because
the
I think
Bowser
next one I
fight?
might do is first bosses.
Where's the
So I'm
Bowser
gonna put
fight?
down the other one.
I completely
Where is
forgot
that?
about that Bowser fight, so I think I know where I'm gonna put it. Let me know which floor you find
I
it
forgot
on.
the Bowser Jr. fight.
Oh, well, I know where he's going.
Yes, but
I
there's
found
also
it.
the Bowser X one. So yeah, they look very similar.
They do look very similar.
Yeah, I found it.
Well,
Okay.
I had the
This
Bowser's
really
X.
clears the checklist.
I found the Bowser's X anyways, so I put it in don't know. This is a really interesting list so far.
I mean, we've mainly talked about just really out there bosses. Let's be real here.
Let's.
There are so many of these I don't have an opinion on. It's hilarious.
I honestly think our don't know lists are very close together
Oh, wait.
quantity-wise, because
Did
Benson and I decided
did-
not to rank a lot of tutorials. Does anyone have any opinions on these? Really?
Midbus is probably the better of the tutorials for me, honestly. I mean,
That's fair.
it's all right. Again, it's a tutorial. There's not much I could say about it. You're literally introduced to a mechanic. The character is there, and obviously the fights later on are better. So it just
I've thought of a better name. I've thought of a better name for S tier.
It's Junior Shroob.
I hate this. Oh, by the way, I just hovered over the window. We've been recording for 46 minutes.
Oh, cool. We are halfway done.
So we are like legitimately at the end of an episode is what we're looking at right now.
Yay!
Lightning round.
No,
What?
no lightning round.
Yeah, we're doing this the hard
No.
way. We're doing this like real
Hard
YouTubers.
You really think
got-
people will watch a 2-hour-long episode?
Yes, people have watched
tier
my
list.
1 hour reviews and enjoyed them.
And your 2-hour review.
I haven't had a 2 hour
But you
review.
put effort into
Oh, really?
those. You put effort into those, Benson.
Okay, fair point.
Well, so are we.
So are we, exactly. We're putting quality effort, George. How dare you disrespect your own podcast in this wholesome Discord? How dare you, okay? In front of my soup? Really?
In front of your soup. Yeah, how
Come on.
dare you insult this soup
In
like
front of
that?
my
I'm
soup
sorry.
in a mug.
Wait,
I
guys.
should have asked your soup to cover its ears first. I apologize.
Cover your mug hole, soup. There's too much going on here.
Guys, I just want to mention something. Popple fight on the airship. Tutorial fight.
Oh, that...
I know!
You never realize how many there are until you're doing a tier list, I feel like.
I'll start with the next category. So,
First bosses.
George already ranked C-Pipe Statue. Let's do the first bosses. So
Okay.
that will be Superstar Saga, it's Tolstar.
Yup.
Partners in Time, it's the Elite Hammer Bros.
Oh, the Elite Hammer Bros. I know where they're going.
Bowser's Inside Story, obviously C-Pipe Statue. Dream Team, I guess Dreamy Mario. And then with Paper Jam, it's PD Piranha.
Remember.
C-Pipe is probably C-Pipe, more like C-tier. Get up there.
It's so stupid.
Thank you. I'm here all
I
week.
like C-Pipe. I thought that was a really good and interesting boss.
I really like
That you-
C-Pipe. I
Yeah.
actually have him in a high B tier. I'm like he probably is the best first boss in a Mario game.
Where are the...
Yeah, he's in my B tier as well.
I have him, I have him as
but-
a high C, honestly. But that's about it.
That's fair. I also putting Dreamy Mario in B tier. I think he's very creative. Kind of like C-Pipe Statue, they did the best they could
Dreamy
with what
Mario.
they had.
I'm gonna be honest. I really like Dreamy Mario. He's gonna be a low A for me. Not above Fopple's
That's fair.
Express. Because
That's
again,
fair.
it's very creative. It's basically you're fighting a shadow version like of you, essentially. So it's just super fun. It's just again, there's a Superstar Mario, like when he gets the the star, is super fun, like for an attack.
Great attack, yeah.
Oh my god, it's a really good first boss, and it's compared to these other bosses who I'll admit are either like decent or too tame. This one just kind of like goes all out for you, honestly.
I put C-Pipe Statue in low A tier as well.
I'm gonna
Just
put.
because, oh yeah, Lee Hammer Rose, I forgot about them.
I know where Elite Hammer Bros are going.
No.
No,
They're going in C tier, don't worry.
I put them in F tier. What are you talking about?
No!
I put them in F tier. They're bad. They're so easy. It's sad. I hate them.
Okay, fine. And the thing about it, the reason why I'm fine with this as well, is because they're the first boss fight, they should be easy, but they aren't at a location in the game where like it should be treated as the first boss fight. It's too late into the
Yes.
That's the big problem with it, in my opinion.
You've already gained a couple, and that's why I put it in F tier. You've already gained a couple levels. You're already used to the battle system at this point. And also, too, yeah, you're battling with the babies, which aren't stronger versions of Mario and Luigi, obviously. But they're still, like, extremely easy in pathetic terms. So that's why I put it in F.
I do think that's still, like, a positive for the fight, that you're only fighting with the babies.
Yeah.
But that also makes it very weird for a first boss.
Right! And that...
Hey, Benson.
What's up?
Hey, Benson.
What's up?
I thought of a better name for the S tier.
I can barely see your screen because I have my window up. What is it?
Just look at the new boss that was added into it.
Hold on. I'm scared to exit out of this window and ruin the recording. Just
Okay,
tell me.
it's Elite Hammer Bros.
Alright, that's it. This podcast is done. I'm out of here. I'm taking my soup with me.
Soup, come here.
That's it. Let's go, Henry. We're both
Delicious soup.
angry. This is blasphemy.
Well, the elite Hammer Bros are just I am allowed to like a boss for whatever reason I do so choose, and I really like the elite Hammer Bros because they are funny.
Found them.
Here because they're funny.
I found them cringe, honestly.
They're funny. They're referencing like internet culture that's pretty outdated by today's standards, but it's funny regardless, I think. And these two dudes are pretty cool guys after you set them free from mind control. That's my reasoning.
They're cringe.
As if my opinions had any value or respected by anybody. At all
no, I respect
anymore.
them, except when you put Junior Shroob and Elite Hammer Bros in S tier.
Yeah, I respected your opinions up until you did that.
But Tutorial and Tasma you're okay with then?
Oh, of course. Why would I have a big problem with that?
You would never. You would never.
Yeah. I definitely just didn't look at your tier list and remember that. So wait, does anyone have any opinions on the first bosses that they want to talk about that they have?
I put most of them in C tier because they're serviceable enough, but I'm not too bothered.
Highest for me was Dream Mario in A. Really creative fight. Again, it's fighting yourself, and of course, too, it's not just fighting yourself with the same tools, but like different attacks, and really is super fun for me. Again, Star Mario move. Oh, it's so amazing for a first fight. Honestly, you could have put this later on in the game and amped up the difficulty, and I probably would have bought it as a later boss fight as well, if I'm going to be honest. PD Piranha, it's decent. You know, it's pretty good. I put it in B. Tolstar, I could go for some. But Tolstar, it's one of those cases where it's in C, but I probably would put it in D. It's not that great. And then I have the Elite Bros in F tier because, yeah.
I think you complaining about Elite Hammer Bros putting it in F tier and having Tolstar in C tier is very, because I honestly think Tolstar is extremely easy. Well, I also have Tolstar in F tier because of it.
Well, here's the thing for me. It's a very that's the thing. I almost put it in F tier too. Again, it's probably going to be a very low borderline F tier for me because the only thing that has it above the Elite Bros is that it's not a cringe personality.
Okay, fair enough.
Tolstar's funny.
Tolstar is funny, exactly.
I like Tolstar's personality.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna put Tolstar up in B tier because his personality is pretty fun.
Oh,
I like the C pipe. I like the C pipe statue an awful lot, so I've put the C pipe statue in A.
I agree with that. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a very solid fight.
Yeah, what is it? Again, with these bosses, like anything, it's not just the fight itself. They have to have personality, and that's probably why a few of these are higher than others. Like, again, Tolstar is above Elite Bros because it doesn't have a cringe personality and it's pretty funny.
Benson, did you find the Elite Hammer Bros cringy when you were a kid, though?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, then, I guess you can really argue with that.
I'm gonna be honest. As a kid, I thought. As a kid, what is it? There were a lot of TV shows that did the internet tropes like that so much, like Fairly Odd Parents. And I've seen it so many times, so when I finally got to, like, the Elite Bros, I was just tired of it. I was so tired of it.
You see, I led a sheltered childhood where I was not allowed on the internet at all, so I didn't find them cringe in the slightest.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, he's the
I
type...
didn't find it cringe, I just didn't care.
Like, they're the type of personality that you would parody with, like, a skater's voice, and that's it.
I'm gonna talk about 3 groups of fight that I just see on this tier list.
Okay.
Let's start with Wiggler fights.
Okay. That's an interesting group.
I've actually ranked the Wiggler fights before.
You have. I remember you did.
It's weird because they're in every single game. I guess I'll talk about the Wiggler fights first because I know my opinion on them just by the back of my hand. Superstar Saga 1 is out of nowhere and it's extremely easy. Once you make all the Wiggler yellow, once you do knockback throws on it, it's gone. It's completely gone. It's just dead. Kind of the same thing for the Bowser Inside Story one. I just think it's the most generic. Where if I think of a Wiggler fight, I'm gonna be thinking of that one, which isn't actually a good thing. Those were both in C tier. Swiggler and the Wiggler and Popple fight I put in C tier. I think they're decent. I think that the Wiggler and Popple fight had missed potential, but it was definitely not bad.
Yeah.
And Swiggler was I just like I want to put Swiggler in A tier. I just really like the concept of the fight.
Join the Swiggler club.
Yep. Also, Rampaging Wiggler from Paper Jam, obviously the best.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of basic, but it works the most. It has the most HP, and that's just a decent amount of damage. It's just kind of forgettable compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
I always found the one from Paper Jam to be really difficult. Like, I'd say that one's the hardest for me out of all the
100%.
Wigglers.
Yeah.
I found that one really challenging, and it's a fun challenge. Like, I struggled to beat it a few times. In fact, I think that one time when I was playing through Paper Jam, it actually made me give up on a playthrough one time. But eventually, when you figure it out and you're not being a wuss like I was, you do find it pretty fun. I quite like the ideas with the Dream Team one as well, where we've got Popple there too. I really like Swiggler. Swiggler's like one of my favourite bosses from my childhood, playing Partners in Time. Really interesting idea. You got to get the weeny little mushrooms into its drink. Swiggler serves a very interesting role inside of the Shroob hierarchy, converting the vim of the toads into fuel, which is pretty interesting, I've got to say. They did a really good job of making the Shroobs a really interesting and weird species for you to fight against. And then there's the Wiggler in Bowser's Inside Story, which that might be the Wiggler that I think of the most when I think of the Wigglers in this series.
Same.
Because it's the one with like the most character, I want to say, the one that shows up the most. But the fight itself, the other Wiggler fights are just stronger than it is. I've put it in C tier, which isn't bad, and I legit don't remember the one in Superstar Saga.
I completely agree with that.
The one from Superstar Saga I put in don't remember either, because honestly, the fact it was so quick, it's so easy, I kind of may have accidentally thought for some reason it was a regular enemy. Like, it's just that easy and at all, so there's that. But afterwards, it's just C tier and above. Honestly, the lowest is over here, but I gotta admit, I'm tempted to put Swiggler above. Yeah, Rampaging. I'm gonna do it. I'm tempted.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because Swiggler, I just
think
love
it's more
how-
memorable.
Way more memorable. A lot. It adds a very creepy personality to the Wiggler fights. I hated with what's the guy? I'm blanking on the name. Literally, you just said it.
One with Popple.
Oh yes, thank you. I don't know why I like blanked
Bean
on his name
Guy.
for some second. Yes, Bean Guy. Considering I like the other fights that he's in, but you touched this in a video of yours, Shroob, actually, and I kind of agree with it. Where I hate how you have to fight one after the other and not together. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, it's literally, I feel like it would be it'd probably be barely out, like, it may have almost outbeaten Swiggler, but that'd be a maybe, a big maybe, because this feels like it should have been a fight where it's like, oh, ride the winds, Wiggler, and you just fight them both at the same time, and if you knock him off the Wiggler, then they separate. It's just two separate people. I just don't like it as missed potential. Otherwise, it's a good fight.
Well, like, it gives you an interesting premise where Popple is supposedly helping you in the fight, but it doesn't like actually help at all.
No.
It could have been, you know, if they actually went really bold with this and did like let Popple be an actual character you can play as just for one half of this fight, that would have been really interesting if they decided to do that.
It's still missed potential, honestly. And again,
that's exactly how I describe it.
And it's a good fight, but it's missed potential, and that's why it's a B instead of A. Because it is fun, but it drags on much longer than it should because you don't fight them at the same time.
I really think that they didn't know what to do with Popple in Dream Team. He's there and he pops up here and there, does virtually nothing. B's part of this fight and then peters out.
And that's
he just had hardly any of a role. He was a good character to bring back. I like Popple, but they just really didn't use him very well in Dream Team, which is a
No.
shame.
Speaking of Popple, though, let's do the Popple fights.
Popple fights? Oh, yeah.
You guys are not gonna like me for this. I think the Popple are overrated, but not super overrated.
No, they're alright. I'm probably gonna put them in B tier, honestly.
There's one problem that I have with them. It's people say that their attacks are pretty good. Cool, their attacks are pretty good. I think that the second one had the Bros attack, which is very interesting. But there's kind of a problem with that. I never saw the Bros attack because these boss fights are way too easy. And that's just the problem with it's because of Superstar Saga. They're just too easy where I can't actually experience the fight itself. I kill them way too fast. And it's just really disappointing. And nowadays, I actually think that the Wiggly Popple fight, even though I think objectively it's a worse Popple fight, I think that it's actually better than most of the Popple fights from Superstar Saga, which is not good.
I put it smack in the middle, honestly, in regards to all of them. I don't know. The one where he's by himself was not my favorite.
It's fair. I think I have that one. Yeah, I ranked them a tiny bit. I ranked
Again,
them.
I only played Superstar Saga once ages ago. I don't really remember how the one by himself or the one with Birdo went. I remember decently liking the ones with Rookie, and that's that.
That's fair.
The ones with Rookie are in B tier, and the other two I don't remember.
We think universally that these fights are overrated.
I think a tad, yeah.
I think people rely too much on their characters being good, which is a problem.
Yeah.
Because the fights themselves are just average.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Some of these fights, and that's why some of these fights are ranked as they are, because it's just like, with Mario and Luigi, you need to find a good blend of story and battle, like actual battling with characteristics, because the series is goofy, so of course the bosses need to have some charm to them, you know? They're alright, you know?
They need to have both.
Exactly.
They can't just have one.
No.
Well, I think they can just have a battle for me personally, but if they have charm, they better have a lot of it.
Exactly, and that is exactly the point with some of these. It's just, you know, there's charm, but the battle is rather lacking, and if I'm gonna be honest, it's very close to being C tier, a lot of these for me, honestly.
Yeah, we basically said our piece about Popple. The last category that I can think of right now, let's do the Koopaling fights from Paper Jam. I'm gonna put 2 of these just to let you guys know. I'm putting 2 of them, and I don't know. I'll put you here.
Really?
You're fine. Okay. I got mine done.
These are alright. That was definitely not the best. And of course, we gotta get my boy Ludwig. So there we go. Okay, yeah, I got him.
We basically have, actually...
I put him in C.
I put him in B. Well, we both have Wendy and Roy, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I very much don't remember those. Those are like my least memorable Koopalings in the first place.
Well, the thing about it is that Paper Jam, in my opinion, has good bosses overall, but they have the least memorable bosses in the series.
Yeah.
So, if you combine that with 2 Koopalings, in my opinion, I think that... George?
What is he doing?
Yes.
Why do I see one of the Ludwig fights in F tier?
George?
Because I really, really didn't like that one with the Dark Star points thing. Was a massive pain. I really disliked it.
I thought it was really creative.
Yeah, I honestly would say
It was creative, but I lost to it a lot, and I didn't find it fun.
So
Okay,
because of a personal gripe, you put it in F tier, which is fair,
Okay,
I guess.
to be fair, I have Giant Bowser in F tier though.
Okay, to be
Because
fair,
of that.
that is fair. That is fair, actually. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, the boss, to me, the boss can be, like, is very creative, and it does have, that's the thing you were just mentioning, Shroob, is that a lot of these are forgettable. This one is memorable because of that tactic and creativity in that fight alone. And it's not great, it's not B tier for me, but it's a decent fight, regardless, and a decent game.
I don't like that they repeated it with
Yeah.
like no changes. I think that was kind of boring. Also, the Morton Iggy Lemmy fight I think was shoehorned in there, but it wasn't
Yes.
bad.
It was absolutely...
I thought that one was so fun. It was like really crazy. Like they all just had really big attacks, if I recall.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that
honestly,
they did. They all had like
I
really
know they
big
had the
bunkers.
chain chomp fight, or the chain chomp one, which is good.
They all had really big bunkers attacks that were like all or nothing, and I thought that that was very fun. It was kind of scary, but it was also very fun and not too difficult, I think.
That's fair. This is gonna be really hard to categorize.
What about
I guess
the,
we can
you
start.
What about
You
the
can't
Piranha ones?
categorize all of these.
Well, I guess we could start with Hoorah Disciple.
Well, I was also
Yes,
gonna say
well-
the Piranha fights too, if you want. Like,
That's true, but I guess we'll do Hoorah Disciples. I guess we can include Big Mac.
we're gonna
Yeah,
include
big
him.
mess as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna go right up here.
Yeah, we got a big problem that I think all of us, stick with. I think all of us don't remember half of these.
So, like, a lot of these are in one category, you know what I mean? Like, one specific theme. Like, there's only one fight out of, like, all of these that isn't in a specific category, and that's the Wiggler fight from Superstar Saga, because I genuinely thought that was an actual regular enemy, but a lot of these, I just either don't care about, like, the X fights, like a majority of these, because, again, they're just the harder version of the same boss, so I didn't want to clog that list up. Koopalings, I genuinely did not remember too much. And the Disciples, I didn't remember too much, honestly. But I did have 1 or 2 rankings of them.
You
I don't
have... I'm gonna point out, George, you have Beef Cloud in F tier.
Yeah, Beef Cloud just lies down, does nothing, and you've got to try and beat him because he just sits there and heals the whole battle. It's really boring.
I'm putting it in C tier. I had it in B tier.
I have it in a
originally, but
high
yeah,
C tier.
But what about Big Massive?
I have him as a low A. I really enjoyed that fight.
I have high B.
I'm not ordering them between the tiers inside the tiers. I liked Sorrow Fist. I remember liking quite a bit. I don't quite remember how the battle went, but I do remember liking it. Big Massive, I also remember enjoying as well. I always felt so sorry for Sorrow Fist. Sorrow Fist is such a
really sad, like, opening.
such a pitiable character, and he's so depressed. But then Luigi gives him like a pep talk, and that's so wholesome. So I just really like Sorrow Fist.
Fair enough.
Very fair.
Big Massive, though, I think it's just a combination of all. It's just why I put him in high B tier. I think he's decent, and just having that combination of like attacks that are you, but they're definitely. And the Screen Chaser was really difficult, but definitely not impossible.
By the way,
Everyone's-
it's 11 o'clock at night for me.
We've been recording for an hour and 16 minutes.
That's not bad. We're almost
Yay.
done. I think we have like 49 fights left.
Oh my god.
I see a lot. I see a lot of fights left.
Should
It's
we...
not that. I think we have a third left.
Yeah, do we want to rank the Piranha fights next and just like...
Let's do Piranha. So
Do the
this
Piranhas?
is Piranha Bean, Paper PD Piranha, Mom Piranha, PD Piranha from Partners in Time.
I think...
Piranha Bean, you're going...
Do we want to
I actually
include...
don't.
I know he's not a Piranha, but do we want to include Sunnyside?
Yeah, why not?
Good.
Mom Piranha for me is just so forgettable. I don't know what it is. I will never... It's just... I think it has like elemental things, but I remember I was doing my Superstar Saga boss ranking, and I legit had no idea what to say, because I couldn't remember anything
Yeah.
at all. Even when I tried. That's really sad.
Yeah, honestly, I had it a low B, but I'm probably going to agree with you and put it in high C.
Also, Piranha Bean's not like terrible, but I understand why people dislike him. It's if you're normally leveled, you're fine. But
Yeah.
if not, it's just gonna be very irritating.
Which is understandable. Absolutely
And
understandable.
it's just gonna get repetitive. But that's for any boss fight.
Yeah.
If you're very underleveled.
It's any
So
game.
it's not good, but
It's
there.
any game. Like, legitimately, a lot of these bosses, I feel like you got to put that aside where if you're under-leveled... Like, obviously, it's going to be hard if you're under-leveled, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not normal difficulty. That's just difficulty added on because you didn't level up and partake in battles and partake in the game.
I put Paper PD Piranha in B tier. Same with Partners in Time 1.
Yep.
They're fine.
I have 3 of these in part, and I have the Partners in Time, I believe. Yeah, I have Partners in Time. I have Paper Jam as well. I have Sunnyside as A. I love Sunnyside.
Yep, same. Sunnyside's a phenomenal concept. I think that Sunnyside, in my opinion, is the blueprint for any boss fight that's trying to have a great concept. You take a part of the area that you were just in, and put it into the fight.
Yes.
Now, yes, I think people have complained
Absolutely.
about this fight being long. That's a fair complaint, because you have to do a lot to get him knocked over. But it really doesn't take that much.
No, it's not that bad. Just because it takes a while doesn't mean it's like a pain in the ass, you know? It's not that bad. Like, you legitimately are just, your stream was paused for a sec. But honestly, I enjoy the fact that they took some creativity and had you do a few extra steps, because it's making you earn this victory. It's not gonna be easy from here on out, you know? And that's
Yeah,
what
I mean, the whole area inside of Yube has all been about rescuing Yoshis, and they incorporated that into the battle as well, which I really liked.
Exactly.
Like, the steps are not that hard. It's a creative fight, like you mentioned, Shroob. It's a blueprint, honestly, I agree with. And again, it's a great test to show that it's not going to be easy from here on out. And even though it does take a while to get them knocked down, that's the point. Enemies need to get harder as the game goes on. If you just bomb rush every boss, then a lot of these are going to be B or C tier. Sunnyside takes that extra step. And it's just like, not only am I going to be tricky with the area, and you have to work for it, but I am not going to be just like anything else before. You really need to work for me.
And I think they needed to do this because you have cannonballers. At this stage of the game, you actually have a very strong attack.
Yes.
But George, how are your Piranha rankings?
Sunnyside was in A just a minute ago. I put him in the Elite Hammer Bros tier, because why not? He's a really good boss. I really like him. He's good.
That's reasonable enough.
I'm tempted to put him in S, but I don't know if I can justify it.
I can't.
I feel like Sunnyside and Swiggler to me are like two really iconic boss battles that I really, really love. I've put Paper Piranha. Should I put him in A? But it's a very frustrating boss, is Paper Piranha. But like, once I learned what you got to do, you got to watch out for the copy of him on the floor, which is like twitching every now and again.
It's kind of
It's
flawed.
actually
Just
a
because
really.
it's so hard to find.
I just found him a tough fight that was pretty fun and satisfying to overcome. So there's that balance about getting it difficult enough for it to not be frustrating, but be satisfying when you beat them. And several of them I put in. I don't really remember how Piranha went. I don't remember whatchamacallit. What is he called? That lanky dude. Yeah, I do not remember him. I think that he'd swallowed Prince Peasley, if I recall.
Yes.
But that's all I remember about him. That's all I remember about him.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
That is very fair.
the Partners in Time, Petey Piranha, I again don't really remember how he went, really. I don't remember liking anything particularly or disliking anything about him particularly, so he's in C tier.
I don't know.
Kamek? There's plenty of Kamek fights.
Yeah. There's 4.
I'm looking. There's two different ones here. 1, 2, 3.
There's 3 phases for the One Dream Team, which no clue about the first 2 phases. Good luck. And there's the one in Partners in Time.
You're looking at Paper Jam as well.
Yes, that's true as well.
Partners in Time 1 was a 2.
What was that? Parmesan Time?
Partners in Time, not Parmesan.
Parmesan Time.
Yo, I want Parmesan. I just realized my Kamek fights are all over the place, honestly.
What the heck?
What?
What? That's not why.
1 in A, 2 in B, 1 phase in C.
I don't get that.
The phases,
especially because I don't remember the first 2 phases at all.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the one with like where he had the copies of himself, I put in A. That one was great.
Oh, I agree with that one.
That
I
one
also
was
have that in
great. Wait, where did I? Oh, wait.
I put that in A. I put that in A too.
Yep.
That one was great. That's probably my favorite of them all. What is it? The other 2 phases in Dream Team, they were all right, just not the greatest.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, the Paper Jam one, it was alright. I'm gonna put it in B. I had it in C. I'm gonna put it in B.
What the? Yeah, I've had an A. I think its attacks are really good.
It's good, but honestly, if I'm gonna put it up to the standard of the other Kamek fights, I just don't appreciate it as much. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. The attacks
Fair
are
enough.
the attacks are fine, but like as a boss as a whole, actually, it's better than the other 2 Kamek fights, so it's high B, almost A. Paper Jam, it's alright. It's a good fight. It's not like A tier, which is like, oh my god, this is amazing, you know, like. That's a lot of Paper Jam fights for me, you know, other than the final bosses. They're alright, they're good, but I just, you know, the attacks aren't anything I'd write home too much about. Now, the 4 Kameks in Dream Team, though, that is phenomenal. I just love that so much. It's so clever. It's literally like your party against an enemy's party. It's so flippin' clever. I love it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Each of them have an interesting different attribute about them that can buff stats and do different kinds of attacks and stuff. That's a really creative idea that I liked a lot.
It's so smart.
But most of them, the other two Dream Team ones, don't remember. Paper Jam one, I don't really remember it that well. I remember it being quite difficult. You know,
Very close to the end of the game, so it makes sense.
Gonna put it in B. I'm gonna put it in B. Partners in Time, Chemic Battle was pretty good. He also made copies of himself there. Wasn't as interesting as Dream Team, obviously.
Yeah.
You have him in C tier and you say he's pretty good. I mean, I also have him in C tier. I'm not disagreeing with you, but
yeah,
I put him in B, honestly, below Paper Jam.
Average.
I don't know. He's just too easy.
That
because he has Smash Eggs.
Yeah.
And I don't think his attacks are that great.
Oh wait,
and unlike a boss like Sunnyside,
his
don't
require only one hit to take out his copies, right? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That changes everything. He's definitely a high C then. Because I thought that the copies were like you would hit them multiple times, but I didn't realize. I completely forgot that they're only a one-hit type of thing. So that's definitely a high C for me then.
Well, let's talk about the fights that really should not be on this list. You know the guy that you need to knock over?
Yes.
Why is he on here?
All right, off he goes. Off to Narnia. Anyone else?
Yeah, I put him in don't remember. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm not gonna rank him. If they're not gonna count as a boss, if we're not gonna count him, then I'm not gonna rank him.
I'm the blue shy guys, the
Out to
thief,
Narnia.
the blue flying shy guys.
Yeah,
they steal the jellyfish sheets.
I don't care.
It's just a normal enemy with boss music.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't really care to be honest. Shroob fights. If it's a Shroob, rank it.
I can't believe that Shroob Invader forgot about the Shroobs.
The absolute irony of it all.
Honestly, I think all the fights that we have left are all going to be pretty good fights.
I'd say so.
Dang it, I just moved one by mistake and I don't remember where I put it.
Good job. You're a low A.
You forgot Elder Shrooboid.
I think I got all of them too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got all of them. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm scanning through the remaining bosses looking for Shroobs, I'm just trying to notice all the purple colors. So Elder Shrooboid was bound to get forgotten.
Do you want to go chronological order?
No, I want to first talk about why George doesn't remember the Elder Shrooboid fight. What?
How do you not remember that?
He doesn't know.
He's not even answering.
He's so ashamed by himself.
For shame.
No, the Elder Shrooboid fight. I have it in S tier. I have not put something in file.
I don't think other than final bosses. Yeah, I have all final bosses for S tier. You gotta be really special to be S tier for me.
The reason why it's S tier is because he grows. That's the main reason.
Guys.
What's up, George?
Guys, my mum has gone to bed. She's above me in the room above me, and my dad is going to be going to bed like any minute now.
So we gotta rapid fire this then, don't we? Oh no.
Really, and I gotta go quietly.
Okay. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's just rapid fire.
Benson, why are you going quiet?
We're all gonna go quiet. Welcome to ASMR with Benson.
No.
Oh, I found one that's going F tier. Get out of here.
This is good. I like this one. This is also good.
Decent. I like you.
You're okay. You get cheesed.
Who are you talking about?
You get cheesed. I'm talking about King Baba.
Oh.
You're actually garbage. Like, I don't like you.
Oh no.
You're really good. What a range of opinions just right off the bat. You're also really bad. You're decent.
Seems alright.
You're...
Sounds right.
So many of these that I honestly don't remember how they are.
You're stupid. You're not bad. You're just you just deserve to be an F tier.
This one's an S tier.
You're IA.
I like this one.
You're A.
Now I'm getting
It's so funny for me hearing you guys giving passing comment on every single one you're putting on, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. That's the best part about
That's the greatest.
All you guys are still ranking 2 in S tier.
Yeah.
Blizzard Midvis
I hate this.
and the Dark Star. Those are the 2 that are in S tier.
That's a good one.
Because their attacks are really good, and they're just really fun, and they're difficult. I think this is the main thing about it. They're actually difficult fights. Mamushka, I put him in A tier.
Moshka's Momoshka's a good one, I feel like. Like, it's really, really cool, all things considered.
It's a difficulty spike, which I understand. Junker, I put in F tier. So dang easy for that stage of the game. I also put Huhuris in F tier.
Oh, I put him in
just
F
like
tier.
Polestar. Yeah.
They're in F tier for me. Huhuris was the one I said was definitely going to be F tier.
Yep. Cretin is also a really bad one. I don't like. It's such a like.
You cut out. What'd you say?
Fights can be boring, but if they're slow, that's infuriating.
Right.
Are there any other notable ones? King Babam, that's the one I said. If you defend and heal as much as possible, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think the concept's good, but it's so easy to cheese that it just doesn't. Put the final Fawful fight in only B tier, just because he's pretty forgettable compared to other like fights that are very close.
I have him as a high B tier, honestly.
Any other fights? Bowser and Baby Bowser, A tier. I mean, he's really easy, but it's like the concept. And yeah, that's it. What are the notable ones for you?
I put Chuckleator as S tier.
What the heck?
I love it. His design is so freaking cool. He's colorful. I love his attacks. He's unique.
Okay.
He's absolutely unique. I mean, like, lo and behold, like, you got the soda gun, you have the soda, like, shake. That's hysterical. Like, it lowers the defense, too, which is clever. You know, boosted attack for lowered defense is always clever in RPGs for me. And again, he's just a very funny boss in terms of the story. I absolutely love his design, like I mentioned. It's so, like, stupidly clever in a way. And it's just, again, it's just a really, really awesome fun fight that doesn't overstay its welcome, but brings something creative to the table for me.
Okay, that's fair. And I think I ranked him actually decently high on my super tier.
Wasn't he like top 5 for you?
Very close to it.
Yeah.
What other bosses do you have?
What do I have? I have the same ones like Darkstar as well.
You have Cacletta there.
I have Cacletta. I really actually feel like that was a really good fight, all things considered, for Cacletta. Like,
that's fair.
Honestly, better than Cacletta's soul, if I'm being real. I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
No, actually,
I have finished mine as well.
Oh, wait. Did I put in it? No, hold on. No, there we go. I didn't realize that. Like, I forgot for a second. I put Cacletta as like the soul, as like S tier, not S tier, A tier. Okay, no,
okay,
I fixed it. We're good. That's a bad opinion. Don't listen to me.
Fair enough.
Again, I'm tired. I almost forgot Cacletta's soul. I put in A. That is just behind it though. For me, the third was A.
Why?
I love it. I love the stupid fact that it's literally for me, it's a decent fight, but the characteristics of the fight what sell it for me. Like literally the fact that you have to set a shell on fire and he's like, "Oh no, my tree/shell." It's just so stupidly funny to me, and it wastes a turn, yes, but at the same time, it's charming. It's super charming for me. Do I have anything?
I can't really argue with that.
I don't remember, like, the majority of the Superstar Saga fights, to be honest.
Mamushka, I put an A.
I agree with that.
That is a really good fight. I really feel like it's overhated. I'm gonna be honest.
I know George disagrees with that.
I feel like it's extremely overhated. It's one of those things where, yeah, it's a little bit of a difficulty spike, but that's also where I feel like the difficulty spike is extremely exaggerated. I don't really have anything else that's too shocking or stands out in my opinion, honestly. I put King Boo as A, you know?
King Boo? That's fair.
That's a good A tier. Oh, you have him in A, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
His attacks are pretty good.
Some of these I have put in A tier that were fun. I just love the makeup attack. I think it's stupid. I think, like, again, this is another fight where, like, the charm sells it over the battle. It's a really good battle that could have been a high B tier for me. But this is one where I didn't rank it in the tier listing. I just threw it in there because it's just a stupidly good fight in regards to its charm, in all honesty.
That's fair enough. I can't argue with that.
I love the cleverness of this fight. Like, it's just, it's easy. It's a bit easy. I'm not gonna lie. This is another one where I didn't...
Wait. Queen being in A tier? What the heck?
I actually really enjoyed this fight. it's clever to me. It's easy. It's pretty easy, which is why it's like I just threw it in A tier because I couldn't do it, but it probably is like leaning more towards lower A if I'm being honest. But I love the fact it's another fight where it's decent, but the charm again of the series flows out. Like you jump on the arms, they deflate. It's like that SpongeBob episode. They deflate the arms, and then she starts spitting beans at you, which is hysterical to me. And the shockwave attack is really decent, all things considered, and the other attacks are fun. And the fact, again, that it's charming that you get to jump on these arms and deflate them, and then she's like, oh no, and just, like, starts chucking beans at you. That's just, like, so in tune with the first game's out-of-this-world wackiness that it just really sells it for me in a decent fight.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, yeah. And again, that's a lot of the, Superstar Saga, like, a lot of these, like, the reason so many of these are, like, B or A is because it's the charm. Like, they're decent fights, but they really are like the best showing of what the charm of the series and its goofiness is, which is like it isn't just it's like it's what we talked about earlier. It's a decent balance of battles and the attacks, and then the charm it doesn't just balance it, it goes above and beyond in a good way possible. But it's not S tier, obviously, definitely, except for Chocolate, of course.
What'd you put in lower? Cretin, nice.
Yeah.
Huhurus, nice.
Yeah, Huhurus
you didn't
was
put much in F tier.
There wasn't too much, like... Oh, wait.
There we go.
I thought I put in an F tier, honestly.
There we go.
You mentioned it, and I was like, wait, who is he talking about? Oh, him, and I threw him up. But a lot of, like, the other Superstar Saga boss fights are just decent. Like, you know, they're easy, all things considered. They're nothing to talk about, really. But that's a lot of these fights, honestly, is that they're decent. I don't have too much. Mrs. Swamp, I was just like, It's not F, probably D tier for me if I have to label it. Because, again, the ones that don't take advantage of the charm and balance out battles with charm are more of a D tier and C tier for me. Because Superstar Saga definitely has some of the weaker boss fights all around, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree with that completely.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I honestly put most of my remainder in the don't know and don't remember tier, a lot of it. I honestly am not a good opinion haver. I take ages to think of what my opinion of things are, and so many of these I've like forgotten how I feel about them, to be honest. So this bottom tier over here, I don't remember, is absolutely full to bursting, and you can just take a look at how I've ranked the other ones around
there
here.
You go.
Yeah.
You have Queen Bean in C tier, which is probably gonna annoy Benson.
Oh, I'm not annoyed. It's fair. It's pretty fair.
I didn't put any in F tier.
Wow.
I don't have an F tier. Oh, I've got the dreamy giant Bowser tier.
Oh, of course. My bad.
I was gonna say, I thought he put 1 or 2 in there. Oh, that's too funny, though.
I think something I really want to point out before we wrap this up is that for all of us, I think that our F tier is more filled than our S tier.
Hold on, let me count I think just barely for me. Let me check.
Same for me, but it's there. Obviously, George's.
When you remove my joke choices for S tier, I've only got two bosses in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have one more in F tier than I do in S tier, honestly, which is insane to think about. And most of them are final bosses or like near the end game bosses.
We have the most, I think, in B tier. I hope.
I think C tier for me is more by a road.
Really, I have a lot in B tier.
I've got a lot in B tier as well.
Wow, you have a big C tier. That is weird.
They're decent. Like, again, like, a lot of these are, like... but here's my thing, too. You gotta keep in mind, Shroob, if we had a D tier, this wouldn't be as bloated, honestly. Like, again, this bottom part right here would probably be around... Like, this bottom part, these ones would probably be D tier, and then this on would be the C tier. So, way shorter.
Dang, that's a really small C tier.
Yeah, and then like
we really should have kept the other tiers, to be honest. I think that they were needed.
Now I look like I have actually I do have bad opinions, probably, to some people out there.
Maybe. Well, all of us have Giant Bowser tier, so
yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yay.
Well, I think I think that's it then. George, you want to hit it with an? Because I forgot your outro.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask if you wanted to like see how we did, but yeah, we could do the outro.
You did terrible, George. And Benson, you did all right.
Thank you. I probably would have done.
phenomenal.
I'm very bad at this.
I
We're
probably
having to
would have
do
done
this.
better. Yeah, what'd you say, George? Go ahead.
We're having to do this very late at night for me. It's
Yeah.
like actually 11:30, and most of my family are in bed at the moment, so I have to be very quiet. And I'm just really out of my element for this kind of
No,
video.
I'm
to
usually-
be honest, so
I'm
I've
usually-
been a bit useless.
I'm usually decent at this. Like every other podcast episode we've done, I've been pretty alright. And of course, with my buddy Show, when I'm on his podcast, I just nail it out of the park with everything. But like, I'm just tired. I'm just so tired. I've gotten 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 days, so I'm running out of points here.
Let's let Benson sleep then, shall we, and sign off.
Yes.
Sleep. What is that?
Okie dokie. So, thank you ever so much for watching, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you didn't judge us too much on our opinions, mostly mine. And hope you'll subscribe for more Mario content, more flatmates, and whatnot. I've got lots of things in the works, so hope you can get excited for that. And until next time, farewell, everyone.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yay.
Yay.